Welcome everyone to the progress presentation of CIS 8501 Applied Information Systems Research Project. My name is Haris Haroon and I will give you a briefing about our project's progress so far. So our group name is YHK. We have 3 team members, myself Haris Haroon, we have Kingsley and Nan Yang, and all of our USQ ID numbers are also shown on the screen. Now the title of our research project for this course is FinPOS Estimator, which is the short for Financial Position Estimator, and as the name suggests, it estimates financial eligibility of clients for bank loans and credit card applications. And before we move forward with our progress on the project so far, let me give you a quick overview about our project. So basically it is a user end based mobile application. It means that it is going to be present on the user side of the system. It is for example, like we have bank mobile apps. It's just it will be like that. As of now, banks do all of the assessment on their side, and for user it is like a black box. For user, they have no idea why banks are taking so much time in processing their applications, and it really upsets users because it's very time consuming and they are not sure what is going on. But with this application, all of the assessment will be done on the user side, so they are going to feel very safe and relaxed. This app will estimate the financial position of the client. With the criteria which the banks have made, if whether you are applying for a bank loan or credit card, and by comparing that financial position to that selection criteria, it will declare the suitability, whether you are suitable for that loan, whether you are eligible or not. And we have used certain methodologies in order to declare that suitability and eligibility. So first what we will do, that we will assign certain weights to the selection criteria which the banks have declared. For example, the banks want to check the client's credit points, their credit history, their bank balance, any other assets that they have declared with the banks. All of these things will be assigned certain weightage, and based on that weightage they will be given priority. For example, a criteria with more weight will be given more priority, and the one with least weight will be given least priority. Similar weights will be given to the user financial position, for example their bank balance and their financial position, and these two weights will be compared with each other. They will be correlated with each other to find whether there is any similarity or not. If there is similarity, if these two weights and these two things are similar, this means that user is eligible for that specific bank loan or credit card, whether he is applying for any of that thing. And if these weights are not correlated, they are not found to be similar, then the user is not eligible. This is the basic idea of this project, and this project is going to be proved to be very beneficial for clients and banks. For banks, it is going to be very beneficial because there's a very large number of people who want to apply for bank loans and credit card applications. It takes a lot of processing time and power, and it costs a good amount of money to banks, and most of these clients are even not eligible. So it will save bank from a lot of unnecessary processing time and power, and for clients it will also be very useful because before going to banks for loan and credit card application, they will know whether they are suitable or not, whether they are going to get loan or no. So the current progress of our project is that we nominated our project, we made a team, we only had a very rough idea of our project at that time, and then we devised a code of conduct in which we give responsibilities to each of our team members, who is going to coordinate our meetings, who is going to submit our any submission documents, and who is when we are going to meet, how we are going to do things, and who will take the responsibility, etc. All of these things were devised in code of conduct. And then the main thing, there was this project specification report. Before that, this was just an idea. It is in the project specification report where we devised everything about our project, what will be the capabilities of our project, our functional, non-functional requirements, and what are the expectations, etc. All of these things were devised in the project specification report. And then there's this progress presentation which we are giving now, and after this our final project report is where we will conclude everything, how we have done our project, what impact would it have for banks and clients, etc. All of these things. This is due to be completed before the 25th this month, and we have completed our project nomination forms. We have done our code of conduct. Our project specification report is also already done. We are currently doing our progress presentation, and our final project report is also started to take shape, but there are some things missing that will be added in just a week or two, and then we will be done with that as well. Now the problems, there are certain problems that we have faced during the development of this project, during the research phase and everything. Now the first and foremost thing, that we are dealing with the financial market. So the financial market is very unstable because of the certain factors. There are certain things on which this market depends, so it goes up and down. So this creates many challenges, and just because of this financial market instability, banks change their rules all the time. So the selection criteria is lowered sometime, and then it's hardened suddenly. So we have to cope up with that. And the clients, and the other thing is that clients find something very privacy. They don't want to share it. So to have a very good idea about their financial position, you have to know each and everything. So clients have to be taken on board. A trust level has to be formed between the clients and the app, and then we can overcome with this problem. So we, in our project specification report, we set certain goals, certain milestones. That is, we broke down our project into different phases, into different forms, into different chunks, which we call as milestones. And this we did just because we wanted to finish things in a good manner, and therefore we have followed the agile development. We broke down our project into small chunks, so it will be easy to work on each and every small chunk, and then we can test the system, which is called as unit testing, and then we can integrate the whole system, and then we can perform the integration testing on whole. If we need to change anything, we can just change that small chunk, and every change can be incorporated. This is fast. Agile development is fast. We can incorporate changes at the last time, and it is robust. So that's why we have chosen agile development. So until now, we initiated our project back in September, and we have completed this project initiations. We identified our stakeholders and how we are going to have our meetings, and our project charter. Then we analyzed our project. Project analysis is a thing that can be say that it's still in progress. We are still in working. There are many things that are coming from time to time. We are learning new things, and we will incorporate them in our, or we will try to incorporate them in our project as much as possible. Then there's project design, of course, the UI, user interface, and other functional requirements, ease of use. It should be always be available. It has to be secure. User needs to trust the system, etc. So therefore we have to constantly modify our project design. The project implementation started right when we set out the specification for the project, and we are currently working on it. We have devised role that who is going to do what. And so the project testing phase is pending, because we cannot test the project until it's completed, and we have to hire some application testers and special quality assurance guys who will do this. And then the deployment will come after testing. We have to test it in our build environment, and then we have to deploy it in the field, and then we have to provide the support and maintenance. Then we can effectively call the project off. So for this presentation, for this specific presentation, we have our contribution list over here. Each of our member has contributed to a specific section of this report, and this was all. So this is the end of the presentation. Thank you very much.